Hey guys, I was at work the other day hooking up servers as I generally do, and we use these SFP cables. They're like a 10 gigabit connection instead of Ethernet. It's an Ethernet connection, but they don't have the normal 8-pole 8 connector plugs. They've got these fancy metal things. These are the SFP style connector, which is often used for optics, like for your fibre optic. Rather than having a copper cable coming out the end, it's got two little ports, and then you have your fibre plugs in. So you've got all different types of these connectors and different protocols or different modules, that do different jobs. This is a direct connect copper style, and I've put heaps of these in. I really like them compared to the Ethernet, like standard Cat5, Cat6 Ethernet, because the cable is more rigid, so it's easy to bundle and it doesn't curl up so easily, so they're really nice to install. But I was wondering what was inside the ends of these, because there's a bit of a PCB sticking out for the connector, and I wonder if there's any active electronics in there, or if it's just PCB going straight to the wires. So I thought I'll grab one of these things and cut open the wire, see what's inside there, and have a look at what's inside one of these. So we'll zoom in onto one of these connectors, and I'll open up and we'll have a look. Okay, so here we are with our plug. This is a 5 meter cable, 24 AWG, American wire gauge, on the thickness of the conductors. So first what I'll do is I'll chop this back here somewhere, and we'll strip this open, see what sort of cable this is. So we'll give it a snip. Alright, now it's looking like, hard to see, but it looks like there's only 2 pairs maybe. We'll strip a good amount. Oh, we've got a braid. Standard sort of stuff, and a foil shield as well. So we've got double layered. And then there's a bit of plastic. So we've got foil, braid, foil, then a plastic kind of binding layer just to hold the stuff in the middle, and it's just 2 pairs. I'll just open that up. Thought there'd be more conductors than that. It looks like there's a ripcord in there. So oh, maybe the drain wire. So we got 2 pairs, 4 conductors. That's not that much really, seeing as Ethernet has 8 conductors. This has got half of what Ethernet has. Alright, well, that's what's inside an SFP direct connect cable. Braid, foil, like a binder, more foil, 2 pairs. So maybe we've got TX and RX, transmit and receive for duplex. 1 on each pair. Okay, so in that case, maybe we'll find something a bit more interesting in here. I've already drew out the little rivets, so I'll just push them out, and then we can withdraw those. So let's get rid of them. Okay, and it looks like I've got to get rid of this, because when this goes into the socket, to unlock it, you've got to pull this kind of tab here, and it releases just there. I don't know if you can see that moving if I angle it right. You can see this little bit here. So that then unlocks, and then you can pull it out. But there's this little strap around the outside, which looks like it's got some little tongues on there, or fingers, that like push out against whatever you plug it into, so you get the good shield connection. So we'll get rid of that. If I can get underneath. There we go. Right, so yeah, that's it there. I guess you might be able to see the little fingers. And now we are in. And what have we got? Hang on, I'm going to snip that. There we go. It's just a passive PCB. Right, I'm going to zoom right in on this as far as my camera will go. So here we are, zoomed right in on that PCB. You can see the two pairs here, they do actually connect straight through, so it is a true straight through copper connection. There is two little capacitors here on the receive line. The bottom two are receive plus and minus, and the top is transmit plus and minus. They'll be doing some sort of RF or some sort of transmission line wizardry, which I'm not exactly sure what happens at these frequencies, but yeah, there'll be some sort of signal integrity sort of thing. And we've got these two formers here. They're just holding those pairs perfectly parallel as they come out of the plug and into the cable. You can see the foil here and the braid here. That's just going to be getting clamped into here so we get a good connection. Then I noticed that there was a few of these connections, there's extra wires, or extra traces, sorry, coming down the back here. And I turned it over and then we got a little chip here. So it's a few little resistors, some capacitors and whatnot, and a chip. So I had a look at what that was, and it's actually marked 4ART on the top, and then on the bottom line is 8519. And I had a look and did a bit of a search, and it turns out that that's an alternative marking for the actual part number. It's an ST micro, a MC24C02, and it's a 2 kilobit I2C bus EEPROM. So that would be used to tell the host device this is getting plugged into what this connection actually is. So it'll say to the host device, this is a direct copper connection. There'll be some sort of serial number or some sort of information there. If you get an optic of a certain type, it'll have a different little thing that will tell the device, or whatever you plug in will have a different bit of information, so that whatever you plug in goes, I know what that connection is, give the data in this particular way. So that's just doing that sort of duty, and that's not much else there. There's no active electronics on here apart from that chip. There's no active electronics in the signal path at all. Apparently if you have a 15 meter, the maximum length on these cables is 15 meters, and they apparently have some active electronics, but this is only a 5 meter cable, so it's just straight through direct connect. These are only designed for short runs, like from a switch down the rack into all the servers in the rack, or maybe across a few racks. It's not designed for 100 meter run like Ethernet. This is just short connections within a small area of the data center. Between small areas. If you need to go any longer, you just put your optic, one of these sort of things. It's like an optic, and you can go as long as you want. Then 10 kilometers or something usually. So yeah, this is actually marked as Molex brand up here, hidden away. So maybe this is a Molex, I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the part number. Someone might be able to tell me. Part number 74752-4501, 5 meter 24 AWG. That's just the wire thickness, like I said. So yeah, that's what we got inside a passive direct connect copper SFP plus cable.